Holy smokes everyone, there is an alarming trend happening around the world right now that has global supply chains and retail stores on the brink. In this video, I'm going to go over exactly what this new alarming trend is, what's behind it, and what this ultimately means for inflation, which ultimately leads to what the Federal Reserve is going to do with interest rates, because people, it is going from bad to worse. So everyone, let's not waste any time, let's get straight into it. Now, I don't know about you, but I just came back from the store and this is what I saw. That's right, there was pretty much no meat at all. All the chicken was gone, all the beef was gone, and people are back to hoarding the most exclusive commodity of all, toilet paper. But it's much more than that, everyone. Let's have a look.
It's happening at grocery stores across the country.
Not much lettuce.
Store shelves nearly empty of fruits, vegetables, beef and chicken, even some cereals, bakery and juice items hard to find.
The only milk I can get were 2 tiny bottles of fat-free, so my kids will not be happy about that.
In a typical year, 5 to 10% of grocery items may be unavailable. Today, nationwide, roughly 15% are out of stock. The National Grocers Association tells NBC News, while there is plenty of food in the supply chain, we anticipate consumers will continue to experience sporadic disruptions in certain product categories.
Without major transformation of everything to do in food, farms, retailers, food companies, we're going to see shortages and price increases for the next 12 to 18 months.
Did you hear that, everyone? He's saying there's going to be supply chain disruptions and price increases, not transitory, not just for a few more months, not just for the next 6 months. He says they're going to continue to see disruptions for the next 12 to 18 months. This is huge, everyone, because this means the Federal Reserve cannot fix this issue. And what it also means is they're going to have to lift interest rates more than they're saying. Well, that's what they should do. Whether they will do it or not, it's yet to be seen.
Soaring demand for groceries, with Americans choosing to eat at home during the Omicron surge. Large numbers of food manufacturers and grocery employees out sick with COVID, as many as 50% in some stores.
And I don't know about you, everyone, but I'm definitely seeing this. I'm speaking to friends and family, and they're seeing in their workplaces 50 to 70% of people are off right now. This is going to be catastrophic for the supply chains that were already in a huge crisis.
The storms paralyzing major interstates and a backed up supply chain with a shortage of 80,000 truck drivers nationwide. NBC's Jolene Kent with Transportation Secretary Pete Buttigieg in LA.
Right now, we have something like 300,000 truck drivers leaving that job every single year. And that creates backups into the warehouses that are reflected all the way here at the ports.
Now, I've been hearing this a lot from truck drivers to say that they are leaving the trucking industry because of the work conditions, because the pay's not good enough. There's some also other personal reasons why they're leaving the workforce. And this is going to make the supply chain crisis we have right now much worse, and it's also going to lead to higher inflation. They're just going to have to simply lift up wages to get people back in these jobs.
Experts say store shelves may not improve until the pandemic recedes, staffing levels return to normal, and the global food distribution network is restored.
But what about you, everyone? Are you seeing this, and in what areas? Now, you may be thinking, okay, what's your point, and what does this mean for you and me in simple terms? Well, what this means is, like the Federal Reserve keeps saying, is don't worry, it's going to go away. And remember, whenever the government says something is temporary, it's probably permanent. So again, what this simply means is inflation isn't going to get better anytime soon. And as investors, why we have to pay attention to this is because it means the Federal Reserve may have to lift interest rates faster than they said. And we all saw how much that spooked the markets this week. So everyone, we have to continue to monitor this situation so we can get a real idea of what's going to happen with inflation and what may happen with monetary policy going forward. And I don't think the Federal Reserve is going to be able to print more workers or more food supplies. Now, for all my loyal viewers and subscribers still watching, you're awesome. If you could like the video or subscribe, that'll be great. And of course, I'll see you in the next video.